Alex, one more draw with Poole Town. You must be absolutely delighted, or are you not?
Yeah, I'm very pleased with that. Yeah, in the scheme of things, I would say most people's championship favourites probably to go up. Budget they've got, squad they've got, manager they've got. I think the support they have at home as well makes a big difference. So I think certainly midweek, them coming here played into our hands a little bit. I think that's good for us. And I told the lads that was the case. You know, we had to take advantage of that. And for long spells in the game, I thought we did. I thought we worked really hard. But the bit that pleased me most, JP, was probably our resilience. When they got the goal and when they had a bit of pressure, we'd look like we'd stand up and be counted and deal with that. Which, going back maybe 4 or 5 games ago, might not have been the case, and it's just really pleasing that certain things that we're trying to pass on to the lads now, myself, Matt, Steve, you know, it's actually coming to fruition, and that was what we saw tonight. And you know, there were nervous times, appreciated, you know, they've got 3 giants at the back there, and they stick balls in your box and put you under pressure, and I thought we dealt with them brilliantly, really. So yeah, really pleased, because I said that in there, I said it was a really good battling display, especially the night it was, you know, knee deep in mud and all the rest of it, and just good to come away with something. And that takes us, you know, 5 points out of the last 3 games you know, is a good tally, and that's what I'm doing now, breaking things into little 3-game plans, and 5 or 6 points was what I wanted, and that's what we got.
You're talking about the last 3 games. I was at Cirencester on last Tuesday night.
Yep.
4-2 win. Fantastic performance, I thought. I thought they got back to 2-2, and at the time you thought that you would think that they were going to come on and get another goal. But again, I thought we showed resilience for a 5 or 10 minute spell, and then came back and won it at the end and got what we deserved.
Yeah, I think so. I think we played ever so well there. I think sort of as a parallel, if you like, to the Shortwood game here, I think we've got an issue when we go to places like Cirencester, where I've got 4 or 5 in my dressing room who've been there as players, played there. Yes, it's a local derby, so everybody knows everybody, but we have the flip side of possibly what Shortwood had when they came here. You know, the 5 or 6 in their squad who've played here and want to make a point here. So that, I think, gives you that 1-2% all round, you know, inadvertently really, to actually get, you know, to get that little bit of a raise and a bit of a buzz out of the lads, and for Carl to get his hat-trick, and for Matt Lydiard to do what he did. You know, all round I thought every man last Tuesday, you know, did an outstanding job, and it's a really good place to go and get 3 points, especially when you look at the league table. And you know, I said I wouldn't look at the league table before sort of 10 games gone, and you look at that now after tonight with what, 11, 12 gone now, and that's a lot rosier than it looked sort of 4 or 5 games ago. And that's down to the lads and their resilience and what they've done and what we've probably put in play, changing the system a little bit to suit us and suit our personnel, and we've got, I think, our just as it.
Sure. Our away record it compares with the top teams.
Yeah.
Our home record compares with the bottom teams.
Yeah.
That must be a source of frustration to you.
Yeah, totally, because I think my words at the start of the season were trying to make this place a fortress for people to come and not make it a nice place for people to turn up and be nice to people. You know, you have to make your home games count, and you have to make your home sort of performances count. And I think over the last couple of weeks, certainly, there's been 2 or 3 times where we've not put in those performances and we've not put in that level of consistency that we need. It's a big word, that, and momentum, and I think, yeah, we're starting to get there, because the last 3 games for me, the last 3 performances have warranted 5 points. But 1 or 2 before that warranted exactly what we got, which was nothing. With regards to the dip between home form and away form, yeah, you know, if you gave me a point against Poole at home start of the season, I'd take it. So tonight's a step in the right direction, and I'm hoping and praying that I still get a bit of bounce factor come Saturday when we turn up and play against an Abingdon team who've started quite well. You know, I'd look at that as a winnable game for us, a club on a bit of a parallel to us really in this league with the money that goes on at the top end. I think they're sort of a parallel with us. So that's certainly something I'd be looking to do, and try and get this hoodoo and try and get this home win. It's difficult, but you know, when you look at the league and you think about somebody like Yate Town, you know, we've had a fantastic cup run and made £20,000, brilliant, but they're still in the same boat. You know, they're not winning at home. Not that I want to be looking there, I want to be looking at the other end, appreciated. But you know, yeah, our away form's been better. There's a number of reasons for that, I think. But I think, yeah, I think we've got to get that hoodoo off our back and realise that, yeah, we can be difficult to beat here. And tonight was a prime example of that.
Going back to the game at Cirencester, what struck me was the quality of the football we were playing, the triangles, you know, the one-touch football, and I'm making it sound like Ajax, but it was a lovely pitch in Cirencester, and I know we struggle here, and finances stop that. I mean, the boys do the best they can.
Yeah, they do certainly
with what we've got.
Yeah.
But again, you know, we prove it when we go away on the better pitches. We can play good football.
Yeah, that's the thing, and I think, without calling too many phrases, it is a bit of horses for courses, and you know we've got to. It's the same for both teams wherever you play.
Sure.
So the thing is adapting our game plan to affect that and make that, you know, positive and put us on the front foot. And I think, you know, Bridgewater aside, because that was a decent surface and we didn't play very well down there. You know, we do tend to do that because I have got players who can play, and I do want to play that way. But unfortunately, you do have to sort of treat the game with a bit of respect, and actually sometimes you have to do what we did tonight, which was really grind out a result by not really looking to play too much flamboyant football. And on a night like tonight, on that surface, it's not impossible to do that. And I think in the past, certainly this season, we've struggled against teams who've just come here and whacked it and hit it in behind us and just played ugly, what I call ugly football. But actually, at this level, unfortunately, on the level above, it's effective, and it gets you points and it gets you results, and it is an effective way to play. And I think we sort of we took a little bit of a little bit of that tonight and added that to our game, which is nice to see, because I think we have to do that and we have to mix it up because that's the league we're in.
Sure. The two Gloucester boys were missing tonight.
Yeah.
They're likely to be back Saturday?
Unlikely. We won't see Lids on Saturday because he's doing his level 2 coaching badge, I think, on Saturday. And Sam Rawlings, that'll be his last game for us on Saturday, so he'll be with us on Saturday. But then he's back to Gloucester. To be fair to Sam, he's been playing about 4 times a week, you know, since he's been with us. For the fact that Gloucester have had 3 Sunday games on the spin, and the FA Cup one tonight. Obviously, they were involved in the FA Cup because you can name 7 subs. So Boris had them for tonight, which is all fair. For Lids, I think he's with us indefinitely. So you know, the thoughts are that he'll be with us as long as we want him, which is the season, if I can have that. And Dave at Gloucester has obviously got the wherewithal to drag him back as and when they need. So it's that sort of arrangement which suits us. You know, obviously Lids has come in and made an impact with 2 goals and played ever so well. Sam took a little bit of time to get going, and he knows that. You know, adjusting to this level. But again, Sam will be probably one for the future. You know, from my radar, you know, he's done a great job. He's not done anything wrong. He's just a steady 7, 8 out of 10 every week. He does his job and gets on with it. And you know, it's been great to have him around the place, because also, whilst those 2 lads are coming, it's about making competition for places, and that's been my key aim, is to make sure we've got that everywhere. And thankfully we've had that. Unfortunately, with bits and bobs like budgets and bits like that, it might be difficult to sustain that, because you know, I can't have 5 or 6 and 2 or 3 left out every week, because we just can't afford to carry that many. But I've been in a lucky position, in touch wood, like I say, suspensions and injuries, we haven't had too many just yet. So you know, we're not at that stage where we're trying to drag 2 or 3, you know, away from maybe the Resis or from anywhere else. So it's been okay.
Talking of the Resis, Mike Sholly came on tonight.
Yeah.
I know he's only on for about 5 or 10 minutes,
Yeah.
but I thought he looked quite comfortable. Had a couple
Yeah.
of so that was encouraging.
Yeah, very positive. I mean, I have regularly liaison with Derek in the second team just to make sure that I've got a finger on the pulse with regards to who's doing well in the reserve team. And you know, I've said all along, it's a community club at the end of the day, and we have to do what we can to promote what we've got within the club. And if that means bringing lads up when needs be, then that's what I'll do. And tonight was no different. You know, he's got a number in there who I'm looking at and always in contact about. Jamie Locke's done well recently. Ben Maguire's done very well. Deco Chick's done well. Twiggy at the back, and they've got a couple of others. And Dan obviously as a second choice keeper. And I've said before, I've got no qualms in chucking Dan in. And it may be that he gets a game in the next few weeks for the sort of Hartbury connection and Jimmy. So, you know, I've got no problems with that. I know the gap is one which isn't great for us as a club, because it's not, you know, the standard of that football. But you know, I'm still going to listen certainly to my reserve team manager and his assistant when they're putting those forward, because it's only right for the club. We haven't got the money to dip out and go into the transfer market. Admittedly, Lids and Sam are good additions, but I can't go and get somebody from somewhere else who's going to do the job that my boys in the Resis can do, because they've certainly got the quality.
Alex, once again, congratulations on the result tonight.
Cheers, JP. Thank you.